This is Colin. Yeah, it's not Jam Agenda, but you're watching the Goldies with my man, Charles Oyemuke, man. Keep it locked, man. Don't go away. This is it.
You are watching
The Goldies.
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 Yes, you are watching Goldies.
With your gorgeous Charles on WBS. Stay tuned.
Greetings and a very warm welcome to Goldies, the show that comes to you every Sunday at 6 p.m. and Wednesdays at 11:30 a.m. We bring you outstanding public figures to give you a choice of the classic music from back in the day while we catch up and get to know them better. Today we are being joined by a remarkable citizen, a man who's so outspoken. He joins us today to talk about so many things, and including his life journey from where he started to where he is. But before we get started, Tamale Mirundi right here. We're going to start off by having a shoe cam. This shoe here is out of this world. Thank you for having us, and good to have you on the show. Talk about this shoe first of all.
You see, when you rang me, I'm not a musician, I'm not involved in showbiz. I did not know that this shoe will attract your attention. But to disappoint you, it is made in Uganda. Made in YS by my brother called Kakima.
It looks like an original Italian shoe.
No. My brother has a factory. My brother is called, he has a Kakima. He makes berets, all of the shoes. If you see me in a shoe, it is made here by that brother of mine.
It's quite classy.
It's called Mugerwa. Even my beret.
Okay.
I have a beret that bears my names and all of the addresses and the Gmail and
custom made for you.
Yes.
Oh wow.
You see, the problem with the Ugandans is that Ugandans believe if you admit that this shoe was made here in Bwayise,
yes,
they will say that it is a cheap shoe.
How does it come cheap?
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Tamale Mirundi, wonderful to have you on the show. You are a writer and author. You are also, among everything else, the presidential press secretary. And on that note, let's talk a little bit about that. Break it down for us. What does that mean? What is your daily routine like, speaking on behalf of the president and the government?
You see, when I came to State House, like many people, nobody gave me what I was supposed to do. Because at that time I joined the State House as the deputy press secretary. My boss did not give me assignment on Apito Ekolomoit. The principal private secretary did not give me assignment either. What I had that was special was that I was introduced to heads of departments by the president. Because the president told me that now I educated you at the university, you come and work for me. So he said, what should eventually I took over as press secretary. And I'm the longest serving press secretary under the government. There was Hope Chivengere, he left after some time. Chivengere was succeeded by Kalolo Kulutu. Kalolo Kulutu was there for a short time. He was succeeded by Onapito Okolomoit. I succeeded Onapito Okolomoit. And I've been there for a long time. The president,
serving PPC.
Yes, the president has renewed my contract 5 times. And the Tolo King recently, when they had the problems, he said that Mirundi is a liability to the president. I said, how? How can a Nalongo be a barren woman? A Nalongo, a mother who produces twins, and you say is a barren woman. It cannot work. A person who is a liability to the president cannot be there for 11 years.
What does this job mean to you, being the longest serving presidential press secretary?
As head of PPU, the presidential press unit, I must ensure that the president activities are covered. Fortunately for me, my sister Nabusai is a very hard-working woman, and she wants always to be in the field. I have my elder brother, Kea. Kea is always, I've never seen committed people, committed civil servants like Kea. Kea cannot go home even if there is no transport available. Kea cannot go home when the president is still in his office. Kea normally goes home at 2. because as times the president can have a meeting, it's up to morning.
Yes.
So me, I'm lucky on that side. That's why you don't normally find me in the office. Two, because I'm privileged that I have access to the president, I must ensure that what the president says, I disseminate what the president says to the public.
Okay. You
That's
break it down and
yes, and
publish it.
in the simplest language. That's why I have more than 10 programs in a week. In fact, the Genesis of records, if they find out, I will be the one of the Ugandans who have had many hours on TV and radio stations.
We hold it right there. When we come back, we'll talk starting from you defending the president. Right now, let's take a short breather, move into some music to lighten up the show. You're doing the choice.
I will disappoint you because me, my best musician is Mayinja. Ronald Mayinja.
Former Eagles production.
Yes, I talk to him, I talk to Mayinja. Mayinja, we disagree on a number of issues, but Mayinja is an intelligent man. I've talked to him on several occasions. I like him. When he comes up with an offensive song against the government, I call him and I tell him, you man, this is bad.
Welcome back to the show where we bring you classic music to bring back all the great memories right here on WBS TV. Today we are sitting down with a writer, a media consultant, and most of all, the Presidential Press Secretary, Tamale Mirundi, right here, right now on Goldies. Let's talk a little bit about your background and in terms of your influence. Looking at your character, is that influenced by your dad, by your mother?
My father Mirundi was a highly intelligent man.
Intelligent.
Yes, very intelligent. And I admired my father. Because I could saw that he was not a rich man, people used to come to my home for advice. Mirundi was a highly intelligent man. I can give you 2 examples. There was a man called Nswa. Nswa was a Kantakalas man. Nswa had borrowed money from another villager called Mugonja. But there was no written agreement because the transaction took place in the drinking place. So the man came to my father and said, I lent Nswa 100 shillings, but I have no evidence. I've tried to get the money from him. He's saying you're not going to pay me. Mirundi sent us to collect Kagonja. When Kagonja came, he told him, I saw your father, I saw your mother, you are not thieves. Where did you get this practice of this behavior of stealing from people? Kagonja was cornered. What if a man tells you that I saw your father, I saw your mother, you were not thieves? Where did you get it? It's like saying that you are not a child of these people.
So you also get the intelligence from your dad.
Nswa said, Kagonja said, why do you say? They used to call him chief. Chief. He was the chief of knowledge. So he said, you borrowed the 300 shillings from Nswa, which you have failed to pay. Kagonja said, how? This man is a fool. I borrowed 100 and he's now talking about 300. My father said, okay, we have evidence. You pay the 100. Because now we pay, what he did, instead of telling Kagonja that you borrowed 100, he said you borrowed 300.
Okay, and he admitted it.
And he admitted that he had borrowed 100. Two, the way I was brought up. Yes, I'm the 9th out of 11. But the person who was born before me was born without a tongue, and she died. Me, I talked very early. Before a year, he was talking.
Before a year?
Yes.
That is quite unique. You don't see that every day.
And they used to say that Mirundi's wife produced him Sambo because I could talk, I could enter into any argument, and that's why my father took me to a Protestant school, Matterly Mixed Primary School.
Okay.
It was unusual for a strongly Catholic person to surrender his younger kid to an Anglican school. At that time, for us in the 60s, Anglican parents used to leave a school on their village, a Catholic school to take them to a different a Protestant school.
You're quite special because also your name, you don't have a Christian name in there. It's Tamale Mirundi. How come you don't have a Christian name?
I need a number plate. When my father, my mother took me to the church to be baptized, I caused a stampede because the Catholic father wanted to baptize me, George William.
At what age?
And at the age of 3, I caused a stampede in the church. I caused a stampede in the church. That's why when you look at Mirundi is not a joke.
It's so surprising hearing all these stories.
No.
Yes.
Finally, what shapes Mirundi? Mirundi, I'm a very arrogant man.
You admit you're very arrogant.
Yes, I'm a very arrogant man. And you know it. In politics, they tell us to know ourselves. I'm a very arrogant man. If you go to my mother, will tell you.
You say that with a lot of confidence.
Yes.
Like, is this
It's my strongest weapon is knowledge and being arrogant. That's why people fear me.
Okay.
And arrogance is not self-created. Arrogance is inborn. Because for you, there is Amalala. A man moves like this.
Yeah.
That's Amalala. There is Okwepanka.
So your
arrogance is inborn.
for you
It's spontaneous. I can abuse you immediately.
without thinking.
Without thinking, because when my brain tells me that this man is ridiculing you, it comes straight.
Do you get remorseful or
No,
regret?
I cannot. If you don't provoke Mirundi is the most disciplined person. Do you know that State House has a disciplined committee? But I've never been arraigned before the disciplinary committee. I'm one of the humble people in the State House.
Right now, let's take a short breather, move into some music.
Walukaga. Walukaga is also my favorite. Why? Because Walukaga conveys his message in complicated Luganda like me. In fact, that's why the Kabaka identified him. Walukaga gives out a message, a Luganda message, that many people don't understand.
Okuva lwe nabasiibula ndudde nnyo